This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, happy Thursday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice where you have it. Repair, choose Capital Collision Center. Inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave, we got a busy show today. We got state tournaments going underway, tennis and softball. Track gets going this weekend as well. And let me turn that down. That's a little bit better. What else? Dani Bartsch is going to join us. We've talked to Paige, but we're going to talk to Dani for the first time. She is the Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year, no surprise. We're also going to talk to, she'll join us in about 40 minutes. We'll talk to Bryan Haines from the Governor's Cup coming up here in about 20 minutes or so. The Gov Cup looking for volunteers, and they will be running, although there is going to be a little bit of a difference. A couple of changes this year to the Governor's Cup, but at least they're going to be on the track. You can watch live on Facebook, or not track, but on the road. You can watch live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen live on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. As always, go to JasonWalkerShow.com. Let's see here. There's a bunch of stuff getting to, and we're going to start with state updates, because why not? Softball underway, and you've got the state BC softball tournament over at Florence, where I will be on Saturday calling the championship for NFHS Network. But Columbus, Absaroka Park City beat Ennis early action today, 2-1. And St. Ignatius, also known as Mission Arlie Charlo, or MAC, got a walk-off grand slam home run in the bottom of the seventh from a freshman to beat Huntley Project 7-6 and stay alive in the winner's bracket. So tomorrow, you've got Columbus, Absaroka Park City against St. Ignatius, Arlie Charlo. Florence Carleton is up 12-5 over Shepherd right now. Cutbank and Manhattan will play later this afternoon. Actually, they'll start as soon as Florence Carleton Shepherd game is done. So that is the BC. AA is going on up at Kalispell. And games that just wrapped up, Great Falls hit a bunch of home runs, and the Bison got past Sentinel 14-8. Belgrade got the win 3-2 over Capital, dropping the Bruins into the losers bracket. They're going to have to do some work in the next couple of days. Now, here's the thing. Belgrade, looking for its first AA title after winning the last three state A championships in 17, 18, and 19. There'll be a new state A champ this year because Belgrade up in the AA. And, of course, we didn't have seasons last year. Helena and West, Glacier Senior battling right now. And we'll get you score updates as they happen. Let's see here. The State A down at Butte, you had Corvallis shut out Glendive 10-0. And Livingston outslugged Columbia Falls 13-11. Havre leading Butte Central 5-2 at last check. That game has to be over by now. And Libby taking on Billings Central, and Central, I believe, won 7-6. So we'll get you updates on what's going on down there. Actually, we can tell you right now. State A has been updated. So Well, maybe. Hold on. What's going on here? Havre beat Butte Central 6-3. Billings Central beat Libby 12-7. So that one is a final. Okay. And yeah, we'll keep going throughout the course of the afternoon here. As long as we get scores, we'll give them to you. So there you go. So Frenchtown's going to take on Billings Central, and Havre's playing Laurel tonight at 5 o'clock. Right now, Polson, Corvallis playing each other, and Livingston taking on Lewistown. And Lewistown, Jessica Morgan, who we've had on this show, hit a 2-run homer to put Fergus up 2-1 over Park, also known as Lewistown and Livingston. That's more commonly what we know them as. But pretty cool. State tournaments. You remember a year ago where we were, right? We weren't here. I mean, we didn't have a spring sports season. We didn't have these games to talk about. We didn't have the opportunities to talk about state at Memorial Day weekend. So we're enjoying it while we got it. There's no question about that. Let's see, what else is happening on this day? Bozeman's Bennett Hostetler, who we talked about, named the Summit League Baseball Player of the Year, the North Dakota State shortstop, the senior at NDSU, and standout with the Bozeman Bucks, is batting .394 with 8 home runs and 53 RBI. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Obviously, first team all-conference as well. Bison are 38-16, entering their league tournament beginning today in Omaha. Let's see here. Glasgow kid Kyle Crumwitty earning second team all-conference with Nebraska Omaha. So pretty cool there. Some good stuff. All right, so we've got tennis going on as well. BC State was last week. We've got the State A being taking place, and unofficial team scores they don't have. Can we get to? All right, boys doubles. They're early in the State A down there at Billings Central, as far as having not updated stuff. But that continues at Central, the girls as well. The Double A is doing a very nice job staying updated. And we can tell you that right now the Capital boys are in first place. And then they're followed, the Bruins are, or they're tied with Sentinel for first. You've got Bozeman boys in third, along with Glacier right now. Helena High, Hellgate in fifth. On the girls' side, in first place, Bozeman. In second, CMR, along with Hellgate. Let's see here. Helena High girls in fourth, and Capital in fifth. So that is, I believe, up to date as we stand. We have semifinals set for tomorrow, and other action going on. In losers out action, girls singles at the State Double A. Bella Anderson of Belgrade taking on Hannah Bingham of CMR, and Ruby Jennings of CMR taking on Logan Roberts of Big Sky. Those are loser out action. Semifinal matches tomorrow or later today. Haley Buss of Bozeman will take on Meg McCarty of Bozeman. And then we've got a Queen City matchup. Someone from the Queen City is going to play for a state tennis championship. Is it Kale Kujala of Helena High and Regan Harrison of Capital? They will play tomorrow. So someone from Bozeman and someone from the capital city will play for a tennis championship tomorrow. Okay, boys singles. Loser out, play continuing. Luke Donaldson of Helena has advanced and will take on Ethan Schroeder of Hellgate. That match coming up. You've got semifinals for the boys. State AA, boys tennis. Nolan White of Flathead is playing Jace Tolleson of Big Sky. And then Rory Smith of Glacier is taking on Ryan Ashley of Capital. Those are semifinals. Girls doubles, semifinal action. Let's see here. Michaela Kennedy Harris and Bailey Saylor of Hellgate are taking on Emma Haskett and Eva Santos of Helena High. And then you've got Madison George and Becca Sherman of CMR against Macy McCarty and Lane Banzinger of Bozeman. Those are semifinals tomorrow. Good stuff. Oh, boys doubles. Let's not forget about them. You have, let's see, the Sentinel team of Noah Nelson and Nathan Zimmerman will take on Gallatin doubles team Jake Fame and Aiden Schonhoff from Gallatin. Capital duo team Jarek Olson and Ashton Shipley taking on Bozeman's Luke Rayanovich and Josh Angel in the semifinals of the state AA tennis. So good stuff. Go to MHSA.org. They've got all your stuff. Did you hear about the match? And I know we didn't shift camera angles. Who cares? Here, is that better? Did you hear about the match coming to Big Sky, Moonlight Basin? July 6th, Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady against Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers. Limited tickets will be sold. We'll see how much money you have, basically. We have reached out to some of them in the know. Hopefully, we can do our show live up there. That is the plan as of right now, is that we'll do our show with July 6th. It's going to be aired on TNT Live. Of course, everything has gone to charity. Phil's won a couple of these. He's playing really well at 50 too. Or 50 years of age. Let's not forget how he just won a major over the weekend, which is really freaking cool. So, congrats to Phil. But if you get a chance to see it, it'll be on TNT, July 6th. The match coming to Montana. So that Great Falls High game we told you about with Sentinel in softball, that was an upset. Sentinel was the number 1 seed, and Great Falls hammered them 14-8. Sentinel can still come back through the loser bracket. They'll have to, along with Capital, which fell into loser's bracket, losing 3-2 today. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, and when we do, we're going to talk Governor's Cup. And it's great that it's back in the capital city. There's some changes, but volunteers are needed. And it's always fun to check in with Bryan Haines. And we'll do that next when we come back. Jason Walker Show presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year, Dani Bartsch will join us coming up as well. And next, Bryan Haines from the Gov Cup.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. You could go to Rucker's Furniture and get something nice and comfy to sit in after you run at the Gov Cup. We'll talk about the Governor's Cup here in just a couple of moments with Bryan Haines, Executive Director. Also, don't forget, Dani Bartsch will join us, the Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year. Is going to join us today as to talk about her latest award. And I got to ask her, we've got Mackenzie Johnston's jersey up here. Do we have to replace it with Dani's because Dani was the first Capital women's basketball player to be named the Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year? Mackenzie won a first state championship in school history, though. So, but Dani's now got two. See where we got a lot of questions to ask Dani, but without further ado, let's not keep our guest waiting any longer. He is the executive director of the Montana Governor's Cup, and it is back. I don't know what year it is, like the 117th running of the Governor's Cup, and it is Bryan Haines joining us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. How are you?
Hey, not too bad, Jason. Thanks for having me. And it's the 47th. Running of the Governor's Cup. It'll be second attempt at the 47th Governor's Cup, but things look very promising. We're very excited to be back in person in a couple of weeks.
It was tough last year. You and I talked pretty early during the COVID pandemic that we found out about, and it was a pretty tough decision, but an easy one was made last year. How much stress have you been under in the last 10, 11 months to make sure this year's Governor's Cup runs?
Stress is one word to use, but it's actually, it's been a pretty smooth process working with Lewis and Clark Public Health, working with Jefferson County Public Health since the marathon and half marathon starts in Jefferson County. And, just getting a lot of input from a lot of people. And, it has been 12 months of planning to get to this point. But I think, kind of at the turn of the calendar, when this year started and vaccines started to be getting online and they were effective and safe and vaccine rates increased throughout the state and across the country since they have runners coming in from all over the country, coupled with cases going down, hospitalizations going down, it became a situation where we were able to really move forward with having an in-person event. It would be modified, but we're happy to be back in person.
Take me through some of those modifications real quick. It'll be the same, it'll look almost the same, but it'll be different.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Gov Cup Light in a way. So there won't be, we'll have a traditional package pickup on Friday, June 11th, down at the Doubletree from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we won't have any of the Friday evening events, the Mile Fun Run or the Kids Marathon program. We just couldn't do those two events. We did, schools, state teachers and support staff and kids have already have enough on their plate that we didn't feel like adding that on top would have been fair or even really doable. And so we won't have any of the Friday night events. And then on Saturday, we'll have our traditional 5K. That's our most popular race, and then the half marathon and the marathon. But we won't have the 10K, and we won't have the marathon relay. Just again, looking at when we made that decision to cut down on congestion at the starting line and finish line, and it was kind of the best way forward to have an in-person event, have it as safely as we could, and welcome runners back to Helena on June 12th.
Bryan Haines joining us, the executive race director of the Montana Governor's Cup, the 47th running coming up in 2 weeks. Weather looks good. You and I were talking off the air. How many snow races have you guys had for the Governor's Cup? Because I remember a few years, well, it's been 20 years now, I guess, a couple decades ago, but we got snow right around the second weekend in June. How many Gov Cups have run in the snow recently?
You know, I've been fortunate. This will be my first Gov Cup as race director, and I've been a part of 6 of them. We've had rain, but we haven't had snow in my tenure. I want to say the last time, if I'm not mistaken, it was about 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago, there was a little bit of snow. Nothing like this past weekend when we had, 4 inches or so. But yeah, and I really started looking at the weather around June 1st, June 2nd, because as they say in Montana, if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes, it'll change.
Yep.
But yeah, the weather looks pretty good, and as long as there's no white stuff, we can deal with a little bit of rain.
Of course, the runners like those little bit of cooler temperatures. Not cold, not record-breaking cold, but they like it a little bit cooler anyway. Bryan Haines joining us from the Governor's Cup on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. In this last year, we've seen a lot of changes, and I know the Missoula Marathon's not going to run for a second year. At least that's what I was told. So this makes this year's Governor's Cup even more important to run because it's going to be one of the biggest, and it always is, but it's one of the only this year in the state.
Yeah, we're excited about that. And yeah, we will be the first large race in Montana, in-person race. Because earlier, like the Iceberg Great Falls, that was virtual. Don't Fence Me In was virtual. And the Missoula Marathon will be virtual as well. And I think, we had the benefit of being later in June, that second weekend. And, our race is a little bit different animal than, say, Missoula Marathon. Mm-hmm. And, they, those decisions in Missoula, they did what they felt was right. And, we were able to, we had a little bit more time to make our decision. And yeah, it's, we're excited to kind of like lead things off to, return to a little bit of normalcy, to kind of kick off your summer. I always look at Governor's Cup as a great way to kick off the summer. School's just getting out in the Helena and surrounding area. The weather's starting to turn nice after, how Montana springs can be. And it's going to be great to have a return to normalcy. I think a lot of people are excited for that. They're excited to take part in events in person. And, we're outside. That's a great thing for us. And being active and, it's just going to be helpful and great for not only people's physical health, but also mental health as well.
No doubt about that. And that mental health has been a big thing over the last year or two. You can't really see it, but I've got the Governor's Cup scarf and then the 12 Days of Christmas Gov Cup stocking cap behind me here in the man cave. How did that go over the winter? Because that was a big deal, and I think it got a lot of people off their tails. And speaking of mental health, doing something in the winter after not doing anything forever.
Yeah, it was great. We capped it at 500 people, and we had 496 people sign up. We had runners not only in Montana but all across the country. It was a great experience, and to do that virtual event. And it provided us a test run because, we didn't know what May and June were going to look like, 6 months down the road. Mm-hmm. And it was a case of, well, we have to do Governor's Cup virtually this year. And, fortunately, we're able to have the in-person event. But we do have that virtual option for people to participate in this year's Governor's Cup if they're not comfortable running in large crowds, traveling, but want to still be part of that Gov Cup experience, want to still get the race flag, want to still get that finisher's medal. They can participate in the Governor's Cup virtually. and they'll get the same race swag and everything else. So it gave us kind of a test run to see what a virtual race would be, and we were able to kind of seamlessly add that into this year's offerings for this year's Governor's Cup.
That's awesome. Bryan Haines, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. Normally for the Gov Cup, we're talking pre-COVID, we're talking about almost 40 states, a couple of different countries. Where are we seeing the runners come from this year?
You know, it's interesting. It's kind of we're going to end up probably with the same number of states represented. I think there's, which is awesome. You know, there's kind of that again, that want of wanting to be part of in-person events, live events, and we're excited about that. And even I want to say we'll probably finish with close to about 40 states represented coming in. And that includes our virtual runners. And it's one of those things too, where we decided to put race caps in. So if you're thinking about signing up, I'd strongly suggest doing it. Helena kind of has kind of signs up for things late. And right now we have probably about less than 430 or 440 spots in the 5K. We have less than 100 spots in the half marathon. And so, if you're thinking about signing up, I would do it, before, say, June 11th, that day before. You can go to govcupmt.com and register online and make sure you have a spot for this year's race.
Bryan Haines is who we're talking with right now, the executive director of the Governor's Cup that'll run June 11th and 12th. And Helena, volunteers are always, we talk about it every year, but the need for volunteers is not any less because you guys are limited in the numbers. You still need volunteers.
Oh, exactly. We're still, and that's one of the reasons why we did not have the 10K and the marathon relay, was to cut down on the number of volunteers we needed. Again, kind of cut down on those people interactions. But we still need course guards. It takes about 200, 250 volunteers every year. And Helena does a great job of turning out. We have a great volunteer base from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana and then throughout the community. But we do, we got about 2 weeks to go, and we need probably about 10 to 15 more course guards. So if you want to be part of the race, but don't feel like, covering a 5K or, running 13 miles, the course guard is a great opportunity to support the race, support those runners, help keep them safe, and get a little bit of a race swag as well. All volunteers get a $5 gift card to 1889 Coffee House. So you can get a cup of coffee before heading out to volunteer. So, always need volunteers, and if we could get about 10 to 15 more course guards, we'd be in great shape.
How far out are they spread apart? I'm not worried about the social distancing. I just in general.
It varies. If you're in town for the 5K, we have volunteers pretty much at every intersection along the course. And then if you're coming in from the marathon and the half marathon, it kind of various points along the frontage road there. But they are pretty, spread out through the Capitol complex, downtown, all the way up to Jefferson City.
Are we still running the same course that Jesse Zentz put out a couple of years ago?
You bet. We've kind of fallen in love with the course. Jesse did a great job, and we had to move it. And it's scenic. It's actually a pretty fast course. We were kind of curious to what the times would be, and we've had course records set, or event records, last course records. So no, it's a great course, both the marathon and half marathon. They tie in together. It's all pavement, and Jefferson County that are great partners as well to work with. So same course, starting out half marathon at Jefferson City, and then the marathon at Jefferson City, and then the half marathon there at Clancy Field.
Okay, so we need volunteers, about 10 to 15. GovCupMT.com is the place to go. You can also sign up to register. How big of a help has Jesse been? Because now, he's the head coach of the track team over there. He's got a lot of different things to do now.
Yeah, he wears a lot of different hats. And right now, the most important hat to him is, of course, being the Helena High, the Girl Scouts, and they have a pretty important weekend coming up to state in Missouri. So, his knowledge and help and wisdom is just fantastic. And I have a core group there, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana, that's helped me immensely. It's definitely not a one-person job. And just even if it's just to listen to me commiserate with me, at times he's a huge help. But not so much this weekend.
No, he's not doing it hardly at all. I mean, his job is done. He got the kids there. That's now. Right. I mean, what else can you do? Run faster. I mean, yay! I don't know how you
get out of the way.
Right? I don't know how you coach and how you cheer in track and field. It's like I can't. I'm not helping you throw it. I can't help you. There's no plays to draw up. It's just like clap your hands. I mean, Yep. And I joke because I love track coaches, but it's different, right, than football.
Yeah, you're giving them all the preparation leading up to the meet, and then you can tell them where the minor tweaks are if you're a jumper or thrower or something like that. But if you're a sprinter, it's just you put that preparation in, now just go perform.
No, I get it with distance. I mean, there's a little coaching with that, and we see distance coaches out there all the time, but. I mean, because you can strategize, but if you're running the 100, it's just run straight and run fast.
Yep.
Right.
Get out of the blocks and go.
Shot put. Just turn 3 times and throw it, or chuck it. Anyway, I kid because track athletes are amazing, and we'll talk to one of them coming up here when Dani Bartsch joins us here in about 10 minutes or so. But when you look back at this year's Governor's Cup, what's it going to mean when it's all said and done?
I think it's going to mean that, we as a community and as a state, we've turned a corner, and that we are getting vaccinated. We are doing the things that we needed to do to turn the corner in the pandemic and return to, a bit of normalcy, to get back to doing the things we were doing and looking forward to doing, prior to the pandemic. I think that would be one of the most important things. I'm going to look forward to seeing people cross the finish line. And if it's, if we don't have a record broken, and if, people are not setting PRs, but they're just happy to be crossing the finish line, that's the most important thing. Getting back to seeing smiling faces, crossing the finish line, families, accomplishing goals, walkers, if this is their first in-person race in more than a year and a half, just seeing that accomplishment, I think that'll be the thing that we look back on for this year's Governor's Cup and say, this was a success because we were simply able to have it, I think that'll be kind of the thing we take from this year's Governor's Cup.
I like that a lot. That is, the one thing you mentioned, though, and you guys talk about this all the time, you or Jesse or other people in the running world, Heather Lieberg I've talked with before, you guys are always talking about smiling crossing the finish line. Who does that?
Oh, right. I mean, especially after you run 26 miles. I mean, it's one thing you had to run a 5K or even a 10K, but I mean, I would be emotionally and physically exhausted to the point where I certainly could not smile crossing the finish line. But then, you get there and you see, you have family there, or, you have a competitor who's at the finish line just ahead of you and they're supporting you. I mean, it's such, one thing, I'm not a huge runner, but the running community, it's amazing how supportive they are of each other. And I mean, once you get that finish line, once you cross, it's just a sense of accomplishment.
You know what's cool to me too, Bryan, and I've covered the Gov Cup now, I guess, since 2014. But it's not, I mean, it's great because us in the media, we're the ones that we're worried about records, and we talk to, like I said, the Heather Liebergs, or who's got 1,800 records at the Gov Cup. But it's to me, that's great. Those competitive runners are fantastic. But it is like, you said, it's the kids, it's the families, it's somebody who's using it as a goal. Like, look, I'm going to run this for the first time in my life and get healthy, or just to do something. And in that, get out, get healthy type thing. And they use the Governor's Cup as that ultimate goal to cross that finish line. That's what it's about. That's where, to me, that's what this weekend coming up June 11th and 12th to me is more about than anything.
Oh, I agree completely. Like, I have a good friend of mine, and she signed up for the Governor's Cup in 2018, and her goal was to walk it. And then the next year, her goal was to run/walk. And she accomplished both those things, and she was looking forward to running in 2020 and to run the entire thing without stopping. And those are stories that are just awesome. I mean, it's not everyone can be a Jesse Zentz, and peel off, a 16 minute, 5K. But the fact that you're out there, you're running or walking, or you're outside, you're moving. I mean, just that in and of itself is an accomplishment.
Is Governor Gianforte going to be there?
We're working. We don't know exactly what his schedule is, but he wants to be a part of it. It's one of those things where he, coming off the legislative session, he's a very, very busy man, and on top of being the governor. But no, we've been talking with his office. He certainly wants to be involved, and we look forward to his involvement, whether it's at the start of the 5K, welcoming runners, or however that is. We look forward to Governor Gianforte being a part of this year's Governor's Cup, and for the next at least 3 years. So the governor has always been a great part of the race, and we're looking forward to Governor Gianforte being a part of that.
Even if you're not a runner, you almost have to go if you're the governor, right? Because it's literally called the Governor's Cup.
Right? There's a little bit of an obligation there. Schedules are tough. He's a very busy, important man, but we, kind of your namesake. So
that's like me not hosting the Jason Walker Show. It's literally got my name on, right?
Exactly. Or if you needed, someone to pinch hit, I could do that one time if you're on vacation or something.
Hey, I'm up for that. You're just down the road, so
exactly.
You can swing up anytime to the Major Mortgage Man Cave and host this thing. So, hey, appreciate it as always. If you need anything in the next couple of weeks, let us know. We always support the Gov Cup, and just love what you're doing this year. And thankfully, you're back this year. I mean, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, no, thanks so much, Jason. I appreciate your support of the Governor's Cup through the years, and I know we'll continue. And outside of just reminding people to register and to, if you can, volunteer. That in and of itself is great, and we look forward to having people downtown in person on June 12th.
It's going to be fun. Bryan, appreciate it, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason.
That is Bryan Haines, the race director of Montana Governor's Cup, and it's coming up June 11th and 12th. And again, govcupmt.com. Get signed up to race, but also get signed up to volunteer. And, that's really where they need people right now. And, there's a cap on the numbers. There's a cap on, lots of things. But, hey, the Governor's Cup is back. And that's one of, like Bryan said, that's one of the biggest signs that we in Helena and the state of Montana are returning to a sense of normalcy. We're going to run a marathon. We're going to run the 5K. We're going to have fun the weekend of June 11th and 12th. Okay? So get out there, get signed up, and get it done now. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. When we return, we're going to talk with the Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year from Capitol High, Dani Bartsch. That is next. This is the Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
On a Thursday, Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. On this day in history still to come, and much, much more, as we welcome in our next guest on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Have you ever been in a car wreck, Dani Bartsch?
I have, actually. I've been rear-ended twice.
Are you just quick on the brakes, or how does this happen?
Well, I was at a stop sign, and the car in front of me turned right, and then I just went forward, and the person thought they were on their phone and just gunned it, and their truck totaled my car.
Wow. But you were okay?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay. No damage done to me.
All right, so let me give you the full introduction. She is Capital Senior, 5-time state champ, Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year, the first in Capital girls history, Dani Bartsch. Okay, so have you been in more car accidents than your sister?
Yes. She's only hit one person.
Wait, in a car or pedestrian?
She hit a car.
Okay. Damn, Paige. No. The two of you together. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Take away the keys.
She's run over is
Okay, so has Audrey, your cohort, Audrey Hofer, how many wrecks has she been in?
I don't think she's hit anyone or been hit.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She popped her tire once.
Well, that happens though.
Yeah.
All right, Dani Bartsch, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. All right, you were named Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year. Tell me how that feels.
It feels awesome. I mean, just kind of feels like all my hard work has paid off. But I'm very happy. People thought I was deserving of this award.
I will say you were. For the last couple of years, there's the work that you've done on the basketball floor and other sports is pretty awesome. But there was really no doubt you were going to win it this year. I don't think, especially with the season that not only you had but your team as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, so you've 5 state championships, and I asked Audrey this a couple weeks ago. Where does that put you guys, senior class, legacy-wise at Capital High?
I think probably near the top. I don't think many other classes can say that they've done that. So that's kind of cool to think about. But
it is pretty cool. Hey, you're the first girls basketball player to win this award. I have Mackenzie Johnston's basketball jersey hanging here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. And it was actually the jersey she wore in the first state championship win in Capital Girls history back in 2015. Now,
really,
she only won the one. Do I need to take that down and put your jersey up because she also wasn't the Gatorade Player of the Year like you are?
I mean, it's up to you, I suppose. I think we should ask her. On that one if she's all right with that.
Well, you guys, your careers are both pretty amazing. There's no doubt about that. Are you finally able? Are you going to be happy to get to college and be done with the comparisons to someone like her or your sister, and just be like, I'm going to go play basketball with the Lady Grizz, and I'm going to be my own person for once?
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be like kind of a relief, but I don't think I ever let it get to me that much throughout. I mean, there are definitely moments where I'd think about it and stuff and not feel the pressure of it, but So it will be nice to not have that anymore, but it bothered me less than probably most people that would let it bother them.
Take me through your basketball year. Obviously, you're coming off the volleyball championship for the 3 of those, and then you get that co-championship last year. But to win it outright this year, to win it on the floor this year, and to have the year you did, how much work did you put in?
I definitely put in a lot. I think I'd shoot almost every Sunday. So or I'd stay. I don't know if I'd stay after games and shoot. So sometimes if we had Saturday games, I'd shoot 7 days a week or play basketball 7 days a week. So I definitely put in a lot of work for it, and especially over the summer and during volleyball season. Volleyball season, I'd shoot a lot. Katie would always let me in on the weekends, which was super nice of her.
Well, of course. Okay, so who's your favorite coach?
Katie is the only coach I've had all year.
Well, no, but who's your favorite coach between volleyball, softball, or volleyball, track, and basketball?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to make you choose. Katie's listening.
I like all of them. They're all very good coaches.
Okay, I love that. You guys always say the right thing, which is great. You can be honest. It was Coach Cleveland. We all know that.
He was a very good coach.
Who's harder? Who's the harder coach? Like, who yells more, Coach Cleveland or Coach Garson Forba?
I would probably coach Katie only because I'd tell her to yell at me.
Really? I like that.
Yeah, because I didn't want to make sure if I was doing something wrong. And Cleveland would too, but if I was doing something wrong and I was just being dumb, something to snap me back into it and make me play, next level, I'd make Katie yell at me.
That's awesome. And it's hard though because she was not a post player like you, right?
I think she might have been.
Yeah, she's tiny. You're taller than her, right?
Yeah, I am.
By like 6 inches, something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't go 6 inches. I'd say maybe 4. I think she's like 5'10", 5'11".
Oh, okay. I don't think she's that tall.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Either that or I've grown. Dani Bartsch, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, so you can win some individual titles still this weekend. What's your best shot in what event over there in Missoula for AA track?
I'm only in disc.
Only in disc. All right, so what's your best shot?
112.3.
Okay. Where does that rank statewide?
For AA, I'm currently sitting 4th.
Okay.
But statewide, Class C, I think they're all like 120s. The lowest one is 120.
Wow. Okay, so what are you going to have to uncork this weekend in 3 throws to come home with the state champ?
Over the girl Rebecca from Flathead, she threw 125 at divisionals.
And you're 112?
So I'd have to add probably 10 more feet.
You've got some work to do.
I know.
Can you eat? Like, when's your competition? Is it tomorrow or Friday or Saturday?
It's Saturday.
So you got to sit there and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you lift weights?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's a mindset really to add 10 feet at this point.
Hey, it's just like, it's no different. That really what you need to do is just shoot a free throw, the extra length of a free throw, and you'll win state.
Exactly.
I mean, that's not that hard. What's your free throw percentage?
Cake. Ooh, I think it was like 75 this year.
Well, that's better than a lot. That's better than Shaq.
Yeah, it's true.
Better than a lot of pros.
That's very true.
All right, heading to Missoula in the fall. When do you have to be over there? And what have you? Yeah, when do you have to be there first?
June 12th through July 17th.
And have you talked to a new coach, Bryan Holsinger?
Yes, I did. I talked to him this morning, and then I think 2 weeks ago, and then another time, right when he was hired.
Okay, so he convinced you to stay there, eh?
Yes, he did not need to convince me, but yes, I will be staying there.
It's a good school. I mean, I'm a Bobcat, but
come on.
I grew up in Bozeman.
Have our jerseys.
I don't have a Lady Grizz. I don't have Grizzly anything in the man cave.
You gotta fix that. No man cave is complete without some Grizz gear.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would put up Lady Grizz stuff. I've got Mackenzie's high school jersey, though. That's got to count, right? For something.
It counts for something, but I mean, you gotta. Podcast fan?
Yeah, I've just never. And I love the Lady Grizz. I loved Coach Selvig. I thought of all the programs in Missoula, that was the one that I would be okay with supporting.
Good. Yeah, good. Okay. I can work with that.
Okay, so you're not going to play for Coach Hauk, which is great. But you do have some.
I mean, I'm not.
You do have some great teammates coming in. Are you looking forward to college overall? Just the experience.
Yes, very much. It's nice to be out of Helena, but still close in case I ever miss my family and can go back. Although I'm going to restrict myself from going back the first semester so I can really force myself to get out there.
I like it. That is smart.
Yeah.
Are you going to feel the separation though from Paige? Like you guys have been inseparable for 18 years.
Yeah, but like during summers, like summer camps, we're always off to during like different camps. Like last summer, or maybe it was sophomore summer, I barely saw Paige. I think I saw her for like 2 weeks out of the whole summer.
Okay.
So I mean, it'll be weird for sure, but it'll be okay. And it's not like we won't talk and stuff like that. So.
How many times? Okay, who will you talk to more, Paige or Audrey?
Honestly, probably Audrey.
Paige would probably say the same thing.
Yeah. Just because Audrey and I, like, we Snapchat every day and stuff like that. I don't talk with Paige every day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, sisters, I love it. Hey, do you guys do you have TikTok? What is this TikTok thing? It's been popular for like 2 years. I don't get it still.
Yeah. It's just like an app of videos. I mean,
no, I go when it is.
Time waster.
I don't want it though, right? I don't need it.
No, you don't need it. There are times where I'll go like weeks without going on it and stuff, but it's just good for wasting time. Get a good chuckle here and there.
Kind of like being on a radio show.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just wasting time. I'm gonna miss talking with you guys. All right, so you have to be. Are you gonna redshirt or are you gonna play right away?
I have no clue. That is entirely up to Bryan.
Okay, I'll have you on when you become a Lady Grizz officially.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah, because I mean, you're a Helena girl. I'll still have you on. So.
Sweet, thank you.
All right, don't wreck any more cars.
I'll try my best.
Well, yeah, I mean that wasn't your fault, I guess. Either one of those. There was a Capital girl a high school girl T-boned me last year.
Really?
Last summer, yeah. Like almost totaled my truck, but Capital Collision Center got it fixed. But that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of vehicle? What's your dream vehicle, Dani Bartsch?
Ooh, can it be a supercar or just an actual in my hopeful range, like one that is achievable?
Whatever you want.
Okay, an achievable one. I like a dark royal blue Sierra.
Okay.
Truck that is 4-door with a long box.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the supercar?
Probably McLaren.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like the Batmobile.
Oh yeah. No.
All right. Favorite superhero?
Ooh, Captain America.
Okay. Just because he's good looking, or what?
Yeah. Completely. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the only reason I watched that movie.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. The only reason I watch Wonder Woman is because of Gal Gadot. So.
Yeah. So. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. If you could be a superhero, who would it be?
I honestly, probably Spider-Man.
Okay. I like that.
It's just cool.
I've got a 3-year-old, and she's a big fan of it's called Superhero Girls, and it's on Netflix. I highly recommend it.
Oh.
I think you'd enjoy it.
All right. I will put it on my watch list.
You've got nothing to do this weekend until Saturday, so.
Yeah.
It's like 52
Okay, all of
episodes.
it.
They're like 11 minutes long. You can get the whole thing done. Hey,
I don't know if that's
congratulations.
good.
This is super cool. The first one in Capital history to win the Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year. 5 team state championships, not to go along with maybe an individual discus championship this weekend too. But congratulations. Get some good rest. Who's your roommate over there? Or roommates?
Amanda Hab, and then Izzy Linder and Libby Linder.
Okay. So that room's already messy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. You are so honest. Dani, appreciate it. Seriously, congratulations. Super cool. Thanks for joining us. And good luck in Missoula, except for 2 games a year.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yep. Good luck, Dani. That's Dani Bartsch joining us, the Montana Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year and a Capital stud. And when we've talked about this before, you look at what this senior class has done. That includes Dani and Paige and Audrey Hofer and a couple others. 3 volleyball championships, 2 on the basketball court, and I mean multiple. Well, Dani's the Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year. Audrey's won volleyball twice, and Paige won volleyball a couple years ago. So I mean, really, can it be more successful? I don't know. But congratulations. That's super cool. We appreciate her joining us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, let's get to On This Day in History is brought to you by Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. Oh, by the way, Dani, part of That's What She Said, brought to you by Dinner's Done Right. And Dinner's Done Right has edible cookie dough. It's awesome. And it's in the freezer. You know what else is really cool that Dinner's Done Right has? The salad bar is back. But also, how about this? Single microwavable dishes. So you don't have to get like the 2 to 3, the 4 to 6. You can get a single serving and have dinner tonight. It's that easy. Or if you've got a parent who had a doctor's appointment today, like an in-law that needed to go to the doctor, and then you had to help out, then you could get her dinner. Go to Dinner's Done Right. Check it out, okay? Dani's texting, so. Anyway, there it is. Okay, that's what she said. Dinner's Done Right. But on this day, brought to you by Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. May 27th, it is Cellophane Day. It is Grape Popsicle Day. On this day in 1878, Duke of Magenta wins the 6th Preakness. 1881, Saunterer would win the 9th Preakness. A year later, Vanguard would win the 10th. Same jockey. All it says is T. Costello. Old England won the Preakness in 1902 on this date. Afrikander won it in 1903, the 37th. 1904, Giants first baseman, New York Giants first baseman, Dan McGann collects a Major League Baseball record 5 stolen bases in a game over the Brooklyn Superbas. That record stood until 1991 when Otis Nixon of the Atlanta Braves got 6 in a game. That's an 87-year-old record. 1905 at the 30th Preakness, Cairngorm would win. 1937, New York Giants pitcher Carl Hubble would win the Major League record 24th consecutive game, a streak that started the year before on July 17th in 1936. 1975 Stanley Cup Final, Philadelphia Flyers go back-to-back. 1982, new owners headed by John McMullen would buy the NHL's Colorado Rockies and move the team to New Jersey to be named the Devils. 1984, Manuela Maleva, Bulgaria, would win 3 singles tennis matches in one day. The Italian Open in 1984, she beat Virginie Rusizi, Carling Bassett, and Chris Everett in the final. 3 wins in one day, and was just the 7th player to ever beat Everett on clay. 1912, happy birthday, Sam Snead, 7 PGA majors. Died in 2002, but he was born on this date in 1912. Rocket Richard died on this date in 2000. He was 78. Bill Buckner passed away 2 years ago today in Idaho, dementia, at the age of 69. Wild Bill Hickok, also known as James Butler, he was born on this date in 1837. Don Williams, born on this date in 1939. Oh, Tulsa time. The gentle giant, Don Williams. Let's see, on this date, 1933, Walt Disney's short film Three Little Pigs was released, would win the Academy Award for Best Animated Film the following year. And it's it's really cute. My little one loves it. She got into Looney Tunes recently and is a big fan of the Three Little Pigs short film from Walt Disney. 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco opened to pedestrians, and on this date in 1997, Marv Albert, the sportscaster, who recently announced his retirement, but he pleaded innocent to charges of sexual assault. And anytime we get to mention Marv Albert, it gives me a good chance to bring up this picture, which is from when Marv presented me back in 2014. Oh, what happened? I'm not sure what happened. No, I want that to go. There we go. Hold on. Figure it out, brah. I got this. Here we go. Marv gave me my first Sportscaster of the Year award at Salisbury, North Carolina in 2014. How about that? Pretty cool. Got a chance to meet Marv. That was awesome. I know our friends have left on Treasure State Radio. We got a couple of things. There was a fight in baseball the other day in the stands, but it was between women. Oh, I don't want to ad. Why are we showing ads? We don't want to show ads. Yeah, check out this fight in the stands at a White Sox game. Yeah, good stuff. Did you see this? Chicago Cubs today? Javier Baez. Check this out.
Baez hits it on the ground to third. Gonzalez. Oh my goodness! Wow! You got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! They stole a run. You have got to be kidding me, Javi Baez. Keep going. Go. You're invisible.
How about that?
El Mago indeed.
Stole a run, literally, by not just getting the easy out. That is just crazy. And you get a chance to go at JasonWalkerShow.com to rewatch it. I mean, the dude hits into an easy ground out at third. Lazy throw, off mark a little bit. The first baseman comes off the bag. Baez runs back towards home plate. And the runner scores from third. And then Baez ends up on second because of errors. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. But just when you thought you'd seen it all, no, you haven't. Hey, that'll do it for the week. We're off Monday as well, off tomorrow too, but off Monday for Memorial Day. Tuesday we'll be back. I know we've got some guests. Next week we are going to have Sean Gleason on the 2nd. Sean Gleason will join us, PBR CEO. Barry Abrams will join us next Thursday the 3rd, a week from today, to talk Belmont and much more. Be safe this weekend. And remember, it is not just some reason to have a 3-day weekend to just go out and get hammered, okay? Remember what Memorial Day is all about. And a good buddy of mine, Jim Diamond, has basically a poem on Facebook. I'm going to share it on my Facebook page as well. But it's about really what Memorial Day means. It's not just some excuse to go out camping and boating and fishing and getting hammered. Okay? There's a reason behind it. And remember that reason for Memorial Day. Have a safe one. Have fun and have some safe times, okay? Hope you had a great week. I know we did. Frank Koloski, Parker Bredding, Montana Pearson, Danny Bartsch, Bryan Haines, all joining us this week. It's going to be a great next couple of weeks as well. It's going to be, hey, don't forget we're going to be in Billings at the end of June for the Montana Hall of Fame football induction. We'll be down there. We'll have Brianne Grimshaw in studio next month. We're going to play in a couple of Pro-Ams next month as well, so it's going to be fun. Thanks to Danny Bartsch again for joining us today. Bryan Haines, if you have not done so, get registered for the Governor's Cup. and govcupmt.com. You can become a volunteer as well. Thanks to all of our terrific sponsors, too many to name. You know who you are. We love you. Our listeners as well. If you miss anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. And we'll do it again Tuesday at 4. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Bless our troops and our law enforcement. We'll see you Tuesday.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.